Hydras. He did manage to pick off a Corsair though, so scouting for Nara will be a lot more limited. And you can see Naros just really wants to break out of this contain. He's got 5 gateways now, not really focusing on tech. He still hasn't gotten a High Templar yet, probably because he doesn't have the Storm upgrade yet. And right now, Nara is just not in a very good position. He lost his +1 upgrade advantage very shortly into the game. And Nara is just being contained right now, hardcore, and at this point, Gorush really has a lot of map control. At this, only zealots are what Nara has at this point. And if you didn't see, there were some lurkers being morphed outside, and Nara still doesn't even have his robotics facility yet. So that's a very bad thing about the Bisu build, is that it's weak against Hydras and lurkers. It's actually weak against many things if your attacks are planned correctly. And there is a drop coming. This is going to be very bad for Nara. He only has zealots right now. He doesn't even have observers. He does manage to know that this is coming, but these units are going to be dropped. He's not going to be able to do anything against those lurkers. His High Templars are not ready to do anything, and those lurkers are not going to be killed at all, because there's not even a single bit of detection right now. Nara is adding some cannons, but these lurkers are going to be able to take out those gateways, and once those gateways are gone, Nara is not going to be able to make many units. Or actually, he's not going to be able to make any units. So that's a very nice timed drop right there. He's probably Gorush is probably adding more drops fairly shortly. At this point, Nara really can't do anything because he does not have detection. He does not have enough storms. He does not have anything. Gorush just did a really good job of making sure that Nara couldn't do what he wanted. And more drops coming in right now, mainly Hydras. And these Hydras are going to be good. Nara, at this point, he's just making cannons. That's all he's doing right now, and that's not what he needs to do. He needs to get his observers as fast as possible, and that's actually what he is doing. He is doing that. So that is going to be okay, but really, he's in a very bad position right now. He's been contained all game. He does not have map control, which is something that he really wanted. And these Hydras are just dominating his main, killing out the production buildings, killing out factories and gateways. And his Nexus is also going to go down pretty shortly. Even though he's adding cannons, he just doesn't have any units. Look, he only has maybe a zealot or so. So he's really in a bad position right now. You can see he's a little bit worried at this point, I think. And fast expand, he just didn't really see this coming. He didn't see that drop coming. I think he should have been a little bit more prepared. He did have a zealot there, and they did anticipate the drop actually, but he just didn't have the right units at the right time. And he's desperately making observers now. He's getting his gateways up again, but he only has 2 gateways now, and his main Nexus, his main, is very, very much in danger at this point. He's really not going to be able to come back from this game because he has no units. All he has is cannons, and that's all he's making right now. So he's really not going to be able to come back from this game. He didn't play very well in the first part, and you can see more drops coming on. This is probably going to be the final attack. These Hydras coming in, Lurkers coming in, and that is not a very good position. Oh my god, Nara doing a good job there using that Zealot to distract those lurkers, and all these probes are going to go down. The cannons are all dead, and Nara really can't do anything right now. He pretty much is screwed at this point. So I think mainly the biggest problem for Nara was he just didn't get ready for the lurkers in time. He should have had those observers a little bit sooner. He probably should have had a few dragoons maybe with those observers, and he just had also bad placement. So he was spending money on getting those upgrades again, because those are something that are very crucial in PvZ, which is why it was such a good target for Gorush. But he lost his forge because of his bad placement, so he did have to spend more money in gas to get that building back up, and he was spending more money on zealots and Templar archives when he really wasn't prepared for any attack that was going to happen from Gorush. So Gorush does win this, and that is a GG.
자, 박태민 선수는 오늘 두 번째 세트에서 이지호 선수를 상대로 무패를 가야겠습니다. 자, 박태민 선수 이제 서바이벌 토너먼트 다음 시즌 MSL 가게에서 서바이벌 토너먼트 2월에 진행될 서바이벌 토너먼트에서 여러분 다시 인사드릴 수 있게 됐습니다. 자, 이재호 선수와 박태민 선수의 최종전 경기를 함께 시작하는 상대 전적은 5대0이 됐습니다.